Hi everyone, I'm Yusuke Suzuki from ISO and Cisco. Today I'm going to give you a quick overview of Cilium's kube-proxy replacement, why we built it, how it works, and what's new in the latest development. Sorry, I forgot to say, I'm a reviewer for Cilium's SIG LB, SIG datapath, and egress gateway. And first of all, so what is kube-proxy? Kube-proxy is a core networking component in Kubernetes running on every node. It maintains network rules on each node to load balance service traffic to backend ports based on endpoint and endpoint slices. And kube-proxy supports iptables, IPVS, and iptables, but the iptables mode has significant limitations at scale. Thank you. So it works fine in small clusters, but as the number of services grows, the design starts to break down. So here's why. So iptables matches rules sequentially one by one. So as the number of services increases, the latency grows linearly. So also, even a single rule change requires rebuilding the entire table. And it's not just performance, debugging is painful. So you often end up with hundreds or thousands of rules, making real-time troubleshooting very challenging. And the Cilium replaces kube-proxy with a completely different architecture based on eBPF. So it attaches eBPF programs to devices and sockets, handling service traffic without going through the kernel's upper stack. And instead of scanning a long list of rules like iptables, Cilium uses BPF hash maps to store and look up service and backup entries. It performs these lookups in constant time, regardless of how many services exist. And debugging becomes much easier too. So Cilium provides rich observability features by Hubble, which shows real-time service flows, drops, and policy decisions. So you can also use the Cilium debug command to inspect internal data path state like service maps, connection tracking entries, and the NAT tables. Cilium kube-proxy replacements consist of two main components, one at the socket layer and another at the driver layer. So east-west traffic, which means the service traffic inside the cluster, is handled at the socket layer using what we call the socket LoadBalancer. So Cilium attaches BPF programs to connect, send message, and receive message system calls using eBPF kube-proxy. It translates the service address to backend transparently, so the application thinks it's directly connected to the backend. So this avoids per-packet connection tracking and NAT. The Cilium provides an option to disable the socket load balancer within the pod namespace, falling back to the per-packet load balancer at the TCP/BPF layer on the base device. So you can see the slide here. And for north-south traffic, which means packets coming from outside the cluster, so Cilium handles them as early as possible using eBPF programs attached at the driver layer. So at this point, Cilium selects the backend performs DNAT, SNAT, or DSR as needed, then forwards the packets to the backend node. So this allows forwarding to be handled very fast before any expensive operations occur in the kernel upper stack. The Cilium supports advanced features for north-south traffic like XDP, maglev, and DSR. All right, these are the quick overview of Cilium kube-proxy replacement. And now let me share two major updates related to Cilium kube-proxy replacement. And first is rethink KPI subflags. Kube-proxy replacement exposes many flags like enable NodePort, external IPs, but this often led to confusion, so we are simplifying these flags to improve the user experience. And second is new load balancing control plane. The legacy control plane had multiple issues, as shown here. And in 1.18, a new control plane is introduced and enabled by default to fix these problems. So you can see the details in the GitHub. All right, that's it. So if you're interested in learning more or contributing, so Cilium has a monthly APAC developer meeting held on the third Wednesday of every month at 1 p.m. So it's a great place to ask questions, share ideas, and get involved with the project. Yes, thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the community.